The blinking cursor on my phone screen felt like a mocking eye. 1, 2, 3 minutes. Nothing. Just the last message I would sent hours ago. Good morning, my love. Hope you slept well. The silence was a heavy blanket in my small Surreal apartment, thicker than the humid Lagos air. Here! Outside, the familiar symphony of Danfo horns, hawkers' cries, and the distant thrum of a generator played on. But inside me, there was only a growing void. Amara and I, we met in a digital world, a corner of the internet where words flowed freely. It was a poetry forum of all places. I was Chidi, a software engineer by day, a poet by night. They were Amara, an aspiring artist with a mind as vibrant as a freshly painted canvas. We would spend hours, days, weeks trading verses, sharing dreams. The connection was immediate, electric. They were in Abuja then, a 2-hour time difference from my Lagos. But distance meant nothing when our souls spoke the same language. 5 months ago, Amara moved to Europe for a scholarship program. It was a big deal. We planned, we strategized, we will make it work, we promise each other. And for a while, we did. Daily video calls, endless texts, voice notes filled with laughter and longing. Then, their family joined them for a summer trip. Suddenly, the 2-hour gap stretched to 7. And the messages? They thinned out like water during the dry season. A quick high, a fleeting busy, then hours, sometimes a full day, of nothing. My days used to be punctuated by Amara's messages. That excited buzz in my pocket, the smile that would spread across my face. Now, I would navigate the chaos of IKEA traffic, squeezed in a Danfo, heart thumping, hoping for a notification. I would pick up jollof rice from the roadside buka near my office, the aroma usually comforting, but now it felt flat. Even the vibrant Ankara fabrics of the women walking by could not lift my spirits. My world, once illuminated by their presence, felt dull, muted. "Omo, you too, they worry," Tunde said, stirring his egusi soup with a piece of pounded yam. We were at Mama Joy's buka, the air thick with the smell of pepper soup and fried plantain. Long distance nah, serious something, just chill. Go better when she comes back. Fun me, always practical, added. Their family fit be strict, Chidi. You know how African parents they sometimes, especially when they are abroad. Phone time go be limited. I nodded, trying to convince myself. But their words, meant to soothe, felt like a bandage on a gaping wound. Our 5-month anniversary arrived, unannounced, uncelebrated. I would bought Amara a small, intricate silver pendant weeks ago, hoping to surprise them. I stayed up past midnight, Nigerian time, calculating the time difference. Hey, maybe a special call? A long message? At 2 a.m., my phone buzzed. It was Amara. "Happy 5 months, love," the text read. "Sorry family is being impossible. Cannot talk. Talk soon." My heart sank. Talk soon had become a meaningless phrase, an empty promise. The excuses piled up. My aunt had a medical emergency. My parents confiscated my phone. So much family drama I cannot even explain. Each message, brief and apologetic, was like a small stone added to a growing wall between us. I wanted to believe them. I truly did. Who would lie about severe medical events? But a nagging doubt, cold and persistent, began to whisper in my ear. Was this real, or was it just an excuse for disconnection? I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, the whir of my ceiling fan, a constant drone. I, being unreasonable? I asked myself, is this just how it is when someone is going through a difficult time with family? My friends said to wait. My heart, however, was screaming for more. For reassurance, for effort, for me to feel like I actually mattered. How much empathy could I pour into a relationship that felt like a one-way street? When does difficult time stop being a reason to wait and start being a sign that my needs simply were not being met? One evening, walking along the quiet, tree-lined streets of Acacia GRA, the red glow of the Lagos sunset painting the sky, it hit me, like a heavy downpour after a long, dry spell. I could not keep doing this. I could not keep giving all of myself to a phantom. The silence was not just about Amara's circumstances anymore. It was about my own diminishing self-worth. I pulled out my phone, fingers trembling. This time, my message would not be, "Good morning." It would be, "Where are we?" I poured my heart out. Every fear, every doubt, every ache. I wrote about feeling disconnected, about the pain of talk soon never arriving. I told them I understood their family situation was tough, but that I needed more, or I needed to understand if more was even possible. It was a long message, maybe too long. I proofread it 100 times, deleted, retyped. Finally, with a deep, shaky breath, I hit send. The blue ticks appeared instantly. Then, the agonizing wait began. Hours later, as I was trying to fall asleep, my phone buzzed. "Amara!" I snatched it up, my heart pounding. The message was lengthy. Apologies, yes. More explanations about their family strictness, about feeling overwhelmed and isolated. But there was no real plan, no commitment to change. It ended with, "I am trying, Chidi. Please understand." The words were empty. They offered no solace, no hope. Just the confirmation of what I already knew. I was still alone in this. I closed my eyes, a single tear tracing a path down my cheek. The truth was bitter, but clear. Amara was going through a tough time, yes. And I had empathy. But empathy could not feed my soul or make me feel loved. A relationship, even long distance, needed effort from both sides. It needed presence, even if it was just virtual. I could not be a ghost in my own story. I could not wait indefinitely for someone who, despite their challenges, could not or would not meet me halfway. I did not break up with Amara that night. Not in a dramatic, definitive way. But I knew with a certainty that chilled me that I had to step back. To protect my own heart. I sent a final message, not accusatory but firm. "I need to prioritize my peace, Amara. I hope things get better for you." The silence that followed was different this time. It was not the agonizing, expectant silence. It was the silence of a door closing, softly. The streets of Surulere were already waking up, the sound of the first Kiki engines rumbling to life. Life moved on, and so would I.